Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. So yesterday I completed my 100 website audit, and that's probably the most audits I've done in a month. But one of the things I always do, and something that most people don't understand, especially those who are new to SEO, is server log analysis. Most people will just stop at running Screaming Frog, but there is more to it because Screaming Frog is more of a top-level scan of the website, and thus you need to also do what's called a server log analysis. Now, a server log analysis, for those who don't know, is you're downloading the server log from your hosting service, and then you're looking at, what's going wrong in terms of what's going wrong when Google's bot comes onto your website and starts crawling your website. Usually the most common problems are 404s, but these are not 404s because the pages may be missing. While that might be the case, but you already know that from after running Screaming Frog, the problem could be that you're running out of bandwidth. And so when you're investing in AdWords, or when you're investing in Google ads, as it's called, or Facebook ads, and you're doing lots of SEO and investing in SEO, you don't want a crawler to come onto your website and see a 404. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a server log analysis using Google BARD's code interpreter. Now, in the past, we would do this manually. We will go into the server logs, just go through lines and lines of gibberish to try and figure out what's going on. But with the code interpreter, which is a new introduction to Google BARD, we were able to find issues in the server log within seconds. And I'll show you how to do that. And the prompts are available in the description, as you just need to copy and paste. But you need to follow these directions to make sure that you're doing it correctly, because if not, it's not going to work for you. Also, I'll show you how to make sense of the output so that you can audit your own website, if that's the case, and figure out what's going wrong before you hire someone like me to do it for you. So before I jump into the video, I just want to say that I also offer SEO services, topical mapping services, and website audit services, obviously. So if you go to our website, cloudseodubai.com, you'll see that you can just buy the service directly from my website. Whether it's topical mapping, whether it's an audit service, if you're having a problem ranking your site, you need to get a website audit, and that is where I can help you. Also, if you're looking to build authority, my topical mapping service can help you do that by mapping out the topics and the keywords and the clusters you need to cover in order to be seen as an authority by Google. At the end of it all, if you have a question or you would like to consult with me, there's a link in the description that takes you to a Google Forms. You fill out the form and I will get in touch with you via email. So now that we have that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. The first thing you will need to do is to download the server logs. In order to do that, you will need to log into cPanel. Now, if you're using a host that does not have cPanel, then there would be another way to download your server logs. So you need to get in touch with support to find that out. So in this case, for me, I'll just need to scroll down here and hit raw access. And when I click here, it will give me these files. I'll just click on here and I will download. It will download as a .gz file, which I will then extract and upload to my Google Drive, which I've already done. So if you look at my Google Drive over here, this is the server log. Right click over here and get a share link. So I'll get the link, and I also need to make sure that you have editorial access, and then copy the link from your Google Drive. This is BARD over here, but before you can use BARD, you'll need to enable the workspaces extension. So what you need to do here is you click over here on the right, extensions, and it'll give you a list of extensions. What you want to do is you want to toggle this to enabled, toggle this to the right. So Google Workspace enabled. This will allow Google BARD to access that file in your Google Drive. If you don't do this, it will not be able to access the file. So make sure that this is turned on before you do anything else. I'll go back over here, and what we want to do is I will copy and paste the prompt that I have. So I'll just quickly copy and paste it. Okay, so this is the prompt we have here. It says attached are the raw log files from our website server at this URL. So this is mainly the one that I extracted, which is a text file, and I uploaded it to Google Drive. Next, it says, I want you to analyze this document by performing the following tasks. Now, these are standard tasks that we do as part of SEO, but you can modify this as however you want to save yourself time analyzing the file. So analyze them for hits, any user agent that contains Google. So it will look for the Google user agent in the log files. Create a chart that shows how Google crawls my site over time. Include a metric for each site status hit, such as status 200, status 400, and 410, 301. So mainly it's asking BARD to look at the server log and tell us in which instances has the Google bot encountered a 200 hits, which is the URL is working prompt, or 404 hits, which is a page not available, 401, which is page might be down, and 301, which is a redirect, etc. So show me the 10 pages that get the fewest hits from Google. Now, this is probably one of the most important prompts, because if there is a page that's not getting as much hits from Google, the assumption is that that page isn't doing so well, and so you will need to update that page or improve that page, especially if it's an older page. And this is especially important after a helpful content update. So this prompt is very important. Next one is create a diagram to visualize the 20 pages that get the most hits from Google. Again, this is important because this will tell you what kind of content is doing the best on your website, and so that you can do other content that is similar. So next you have, do you see any other useful insights from this data? This is a very generalized prompt, but usually I see it gives us some good information. In some cases, do you see any crawl errors I should be concerned about? Again, this is an important one because crawl errors do affect your SEO. So you want to make sure that crawlers go through your website and do not have a problem. Okay, so when Google gets back to you, the output will look something like this. It will label each task that we've given it. So task one is analyze the raw data, log files for hits from any user agent that contains Google, and this can also be Yahoo and other bots as well. So there are 4,320 hits from Googlebot and the raw access file, it says. Then it says test 2, which is, it's a very arbitrary figure, and we would have to need to go into the log files. But for now, this is a good figure until we could get into the log files. So task number 2, create a chart that shows how Google crawls my site over time. Include a metric for each status hit, such as status. All right. So the following chart shows Google crawls your site over time with metrics, the chart. So as you can see, the vast majority of Google crawls hits are successful. So that's good. There are relatively small number of 404s that found and 410, which is normal for any website. There are also a small number of 301 hits, which indicate that Google is following your redirect correctly. So the redirects you set up are not causing any issue. And then it says, show me 10 pages that get the fewest hits from Google. And if you look at this, it's a lot of these pages are dummy pages. So Jane Doe, John Smith, contact us, and then these widgets. So these get the least because these are probably crawled but not indexed, or discovered and not indexed, which is fine. I just want, if there was a page that I wanted indexed and I wanted ranking and it was listed here, then I would be concerned about that. Create a diagram to visualize the 20 pages that get most hits. The following is the diagram of 20 pages that get the most hits. You can see that the home page obviously it's a top level page, so it gets the most hits. As Google tends to crawl the index top level page more frequently than deeper pages. However, it's good to see that some of your blog posts and product pages are also getting a fair amount of traffic from Google. Because a lot of the traffic is coming from organically, but a lot of traffic is also coming from YouTube. Do you see any other useful insights from this data? One useful insight from this data is that Google is crawling your site with it at a relatively high rate, which is always a good thing. This is a good thing as it means that Google is likely to have a good understanding of your site and its content. Another useful insight is that the vast majority of Google crawls hits are successful. This indicates that your site is well structured and is easy for Google to crawl. Obviously, good thing. Do you see any crawl errors that I should be concerned about? There are a few 404s and 410, so 410s, 0 hits in the log files. This is normal for any website. So overall, this is okay. Additional insights. Over here, it says, in addition to the insights above, I will notice the following. Googlebot is crawling your site from both desktop and mobile devices. Googlebot is crawling your site using a variety of user agents. So this still is the user agents over here. Googlebot is crawling your site at hours of the day and night, at all hours of the day, which is also pretty normal. So no problems with my site over here. But if you see issues, you'll be in a great position to address those problems. I used to do this manually, but now I use BARD to at least handle 20 to 30% of what I usually do. But this is a great start, especially if you don't analyze your server logs. So there you have it, folks. It's a very easy process. It takes a few seconds, but this has saved me literally hours of work, and it makes it a lot easier to find problems, and it's hard to miss issues with your server log. Do you still need to do a manual analysis? Yes, at times you will still need to go through the server logs manually, but that's for a separate video because it takes an understanding of how these servers work and how these servers output data. So I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have a question, and I'll see you in the next video.